Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. In Nigeria today, well, Nigerians, when they want to have some little comic relief, they keep shouting the senior citizens, which are the cows. And some hours ago, it became trending. A video became trending in Lagos where cows were seen even fighting motorists, fighting vehicles. They were moving on. Nigerians were even looking at it. Has it gotten this level where cows are now dragging roads with us and pushing vehicles away from the road? This is indeed pathetic. But fast forward to the situation is issues on ground. Right now, there is panic in Ogun community over insecurity. Before now we keep hearing UGM, we keep hearing Fulani non-government, we keep hearing Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, all manner. But right now, it is becoming trending since kidnappers are still not, they're not, giving stringent rules, stringent laws against kidnappers. People are beginning to look at that sector of the economy as a viable one. Very discouraging, I must say. But before we go to the newspaper to find out the panic in Ogu community, because finally the old trend in the 1990s is back, where robbers now write letters ahead so that everybody will begin to prepare ahead. Before we go to the newspaper to find out what is happening, and they're actually not caring whether security personnel get to hear this or not. Their own is keep our things, our loot, our hard work, whatever it is you have done, keep it. We are coming to pick our own portion. Before we go to the newspaper, like and subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Of course, we're going to interpret because it was written in the Yoruba language, but I'll do us the honors to interpret. Okay, resident of Olusan community in Lemme, Abeokuta, Ogun State have received letters from robbers informing them of a planned attack on the community. The residents have since been living in anxiety following the resident posted by the robbers on walls around the community. Some instructions actually. We're going to read some of the instructions, but let me try and read it in I'll read it in Yoruba language. I may not be very smooth, but I'll interpret. Say Akínyẹsí taka kí n fún ọgbọ̀ngbọ̀n olùgbé ní Ọlásùn community. Àwọn ọ̀gá ń bọ̀ wá kí yín láìpẹ́. Bí ohùn yín kí ẹ lọ sọ fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá. Ìyẹn ò kàn wá. Ẹnikẹ́ni tí a bá wọ ilé rẹ̀ tí kò rẹ owó gidi fún wa, ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ yóò bọ́ sí. Tàbí kí owó àti ẹ̀mí onítọ̀hún já dànù. Ẹ múra wá sílẹ̀, à ń bọ̀ wá. Meaning, I'm going to interpret that in a moment, but let's continue with the news. The warnings of their consequences of community informing the police. It's saying in the note, the gang would describe itself as Oga, meaning masters of masters, threatening to kill residents who fail to keep money for them, which is the robbers, in readiness of the impending robbery. The notice starts out in Yoruba reads, important notice to residents of Olasun community. We the boss of buses are coming to greet you in no distant time. If you like reports to the police that does not concern us, whoever will visit that refuses to give us a good amount of money to us shall be killed, or the person may even lose their money and life together. Since the notice was pasted, residents have been in anxious mode, returning home early and locking their doors by 8 p.m. It was gathered that the Community Development Association has engaged vigilantes who patrol at night. Some of the residents have also engaged guards to safeguard their homes and properties. The chairman of the community, who identified himself as Alhaji Ajiotokun, said the notice by the unknown robbers took them unawares. He said the police have been informed and the area is being patrolled at night by police team. In the morning, we saw the police pasted around, I take that again. In the morning, we saw the notice pasted around our area on walls and we became worried. And as a result, we have reported to the police and have been patrolling this environment together with our landlords. Please help us beg them, that's the robbers. We don't have money, please. We do not suspect anyone at the moment, but they should please let us continue to live our lives in peace, he said. Nigeria has reduced itself to a level of insecurity where even the common man is no more secured in his home. We don't even have good foods are becoming scarce. We can't even go to the farm because of Fulani herdsmen. Now, even in the cities, Abeokuta Torí Ọlọ́run, how did we get to this level? Even Abeokuta, that is a city, capital city of Ogun State, the residents are now being threatened. Yeah, for crying out loud. Look, there's this general saying that when justice delayed is as if it is justice denied. When the first set of people came with the issue of kidnapping, they should have passed it into law, both state and federal level. That when these kidnappers are caught, please forget this issue of imprisonment. Once they are caught and they have been found guilty, please sentence them to death. So that it's not an option to even think of it as a sector of economy. Because when you realize that if you're going into kidnapping, you're going to die by hanging, you won't go there. But if the situation comes where people are being kidnapped and somehow they are just released because they know one oga at the top, what have you just done? You have just put fuel into fire. You have just encouraged an economy to boom. There are no jobs, and people are not going to. Just some days back, I saw it in the news, and I was baffled. I think somewhere in Zamfara, so I'm not sure of the state, but it's the northern part of the country, where the young men, they have a father a bit elderly. They realize all their peers are actually into this whole kidnapping syndicate thing. They didn't have the money. They said, okay, let them kidnap their father and report the matter. So they kidnapped their own father and went and called their uncles that please, oh, they've kidnapped our father. The people who kidnapped him have called for ransom. The uncle said, Kobo, she come they don't have. That if there's anything they have to sell, let them go and sell. But then they realized they did everything, pressured, cried. Their uncles were not willing to drop a kobo for the ransom. What they had to do, they realized their father here have seen their faces. They had to kill their father. Unfortunately for them, there was a neighbor that saw them when they were kidnapping their father, tying their father and hiding him. He now, reported the matter to the police, and that was how they were arrested. And the news went viral. And I said to myself, has it gotten to this where young men are now seeing the only option or the only viable booming business is kidnapping? And now, I'm sure I feel that at this rate, people are beginning to look at it as just go. And we have entered the Imba months. If you know little about Imba months, you know that there's always this desperation in all this September, November, October, and September, October, November, December, that rush to end the year on high. And that's where crime rates usually surge. If normal days there's been so much high crime rates, imagine during the Imba month, it will double, probably triple. All hands needs to be on deck. I must say kudos to the landlords that have risen up for get vigilantes and all that. Usually they probably send that letter to see how well the community will receive it. But they shouldn't let their guards down, because it could be when they even let their guards down, that's when these guys would want to strike. That's where we're going to wrap it up. This is getting disheartening. A lot of things that are so abnormal, absurd is happening in the country, and it seems to be having a free time. Let's put in our comment section, please, for to take on this. Do you have an